a massive, maybe even crippling snowstorm. And I'm going to cover all the details, including snow totals, ice totals, which is going to be a lot of both. And we're going to look at our big temperature drop coming behind it. And we're going to see if there's any severe weather potentially with this too. So let's get right into it. To start it off, right now, we have a little disturbance down here, producing some snow up here in the north and some rain down here in the south. Nothing very significant. No one's talking about this. Okay. This here is not an atmospheric river. It's just bringing a little bit of rain, not a whole ton of anything. And down here in Mexico, not much going on, but we'll get into that. When we put it onto the precipitation type on our GFS model, we have our rain down here in the south and our snow up here in the north as normal. And this is going to move on, maybe produce some lake effect snow as we head into Thursday, January 22nd. And our rain is going to move very slowly, but as we head into late Thursday, early Friday, we're going to start to see some moisture burst up over here in the south states. It's just going to be some pre-moisture kind of associated with this first system, maybe some light rain. But this is the system we're watching back here. We're watching maybe some rain over here in Mexico, but as you can see here, we have all sorts of messy here. We have widespread sleet and freezing rain and a big snow cone here that is going to produce a band of over a foot of snow in a lot of areas. And our rain here, right now the GFS is showing it right here in about central Texas, while our snow stays up here in the north Oklahoma area, maybe northern Arkansas, maybe it goes all the way up into Missouri, and our rain stays close to the Gulf Coast. You guys down there, you are not going to get much, but rain. Saturday, this continues to move east into the central south. We could have some areas in southern Arkansas, northern halves of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia having some freezing rain, and we're having a still large snow. But look at this. We have a reinforcement of more snow and freezing rain behind it. And then having high totals because this band of snow is so large all the way down into Mexico on this model run. The system moves the snow all the way to the northeast, producing enhanced amounts of snow up here. This would bring about a foot of snow. We're here in the northeast. Hitting our freezing line at night, we are going to have some really cold air behind us, and that is why it is so far to the south. Again, our system here, going to move on. Maybe some lake effect snow up there. Nothing very significant. But here is our system on Friday. Our rain bursting out over here in the southeast, and our main system over here in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Dakota, and it is going to combine very quickly. The European has been pretty good on this, and it's now showing a kind of a low pressure area. Its freezing rain is northern areas of Texas, not quite as south as the GFS, and our big cities down here in the south in Texas are not going to get nearly. Sea gets a ton of it. Maybe they get some rain mixed in with the freezing rain. Head again, stretching all the way from Texas out to sea, out to the Atlantic Ocean. That is a very
and yeah,
large
that's all for this
swath
deep dive
of
breakdown.
snow.
I'll probably
And
see
again,
you guys
just like the
tomorrow
GFS,
and maybe Friday.
we might have a
So
ton of snow
keep
over
a watch
here in the
for more
northeast.
videos.
This, I don't know if that would be counted as a nor'easter, but is just a very, very widespread snow system. And our blue lines dipping extremely far to the south, even farther to the south than the GFS shows, down in here toward like Austin area in Texas. More intense lake effect snow, especially down here on the southeast portions of the lakes, because the air is traveling to the south and east, going to stay set in after a while. Now, here's our GFS totals. We're seeing central Oklahoma. We're seeing, 20 inches, 21 inches, about that much there. I think those are kind of higher totals, but we have a large swath of over a foot of snow, which is indicated by the purple, which stretches all the way from Texas all the way to the coast, just like the snow swath is. And because of how widespread this is, it's going to be very impactful for travel, wherever it might hit. We have another hot spot over here in eastern Kentucky with about 17, 18 inches of snow. And maybe again, Long Island, 12 inches of snow, good 12-ish. Now here's our European model on that. We have, again, widespread snow swath of over a foot, maybe a little skinnier than what the GFS shows. But our 6+ inches swath is very, very large. We have, again, the lake effect snow is going to be part of this as well. But New York City is in about 9 or 10 inches on that. And over here in Northern Virginia, right around the DC area, we got a foot of snow. And back over in here, we have some lighter snow, especially over here towards Oklahoma City, Topeka, Kansas area. Southern half of Missouri, still getting that higher end snow. But moving on to our freezing rain, look at this. We have a wide swath of 1/2 inch plus, as you can see here, a bunch of freezing rain. And this is the GFS model, so it's probably going to change a lot from what you see here. I cannot show the Euro because for some reason there's not an option. But we do have a widespread area over here from Louisiana all the way up through the Carolinas of over an inch of freezing rain. This could shut down a lot of stuff down in here. You guys are not used to any ice storm like this. Perhaps anywhere in the U.S. is not used to a massive ice storm this large. This is going to be an ice storm of like the decade for you guys down in here in the south. Now moving on to our temperatures. As you can see here, we are going to have lots and lots of cool temperatures setting in behind here. We have negative 20s here. Right here is our lowest point. We have -0 right here in central Arkansas. -4 over here in Oklahoma. And here's what our European shows. We even have nearly 30s down over across the upper Midwest area. We are in the single digits. And Oklahoma, again, -4. And for a lot of you who are getting snow and freezing rain, it isn't going to warm up for quite a bit yet. And this isn't going to stop either. As our European shows, we're going to have yet another reinforcement of it. And again, another reinforcement of this cold air. And beyond this, pretty much uncertain, but it still shows below average temperatures down here. So it could take a long time for all this snow to melt. Lastly, I do want to confirm that the severe weather potential with this isn't very large, but there's a slight one. We have a thunderstorm outlook on our Friday, and as you can see further out, we do have a little bit of cape over here, but otherwise, there's not a lot of other stuff, such as our supercell composite is super low, otherwise as well. Not much to see with the severe weather side, thankfully. And yeah, that's all for this deep dive breakdown. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow and maybe Friday. So keep a watch for more videos.